How's everyone doing today? Just getting all my stream stuff posted up. Alrighty, so we are on to part 4 of Final Fantasy 1, which is certainly very exciting, very, very exciting. Okay, so before we dive into part 4, let's do a recap of the story. Okay, boys, so we had a chance to experience the light crystal, or the warriors of light that possess these light crystals. Come upon this world that was in ruin and destruction. They went through a series of trials to prove themselves as the true light warriors to fulfill the prophecy to save the world, save the planet. We've had a chance to defeat the first couple of fiends that were raining terror on this planet. Specifically, in our last stream, let's go through what we had a chance to accomplish. So yeah, last episode, we definitely completed a little bit more than I was expecting, which is great because, we're actually, I want to say, we might be done in about 5 parts. I think we're on pace to finish in about 5 parts, which I'm pleased about. Scooting right along. So yes, we do actually have an airship, which is pretty sick. So let's do a quick analysis or a quick recap of where we've been, what we've done. Okay, so the whole story started in this city here. We went up to fight Garland. After fighting Garland, we returned the princess to the castle, and we took a trip to the neighboring city. The neighboring city sent us down here for an elf king. We realized that there was the King Astos, which resided here, that wanted a crown. We got the crown from the Marsh Cave, fought Astos, returned to the castle here to find out that we needed a potion, which we got from Matoya here. Returned to the prince. After returning to the prince, he gave us the Mystic Key, which allowed us to lock treasures that were locked behind a door that only the Mystic Key can unlock. There were secret treasures here, and here, and here, and our starting castle as well. There was also some treasures here, but this is actually where the next part of our story led us, where we helped some dwarves to finish this little canal. So you can see now there's a waterway that is going through. It brought us to our first city that was outside of being landlocked. And this is where we learned about the first actual fiend that was terrorizing the land. So we ventured here to fight the first fiend, the Lich, the Earth Fiend. So after defeating the Lich, that brings us to last episode, where we continued down the waterway, or continued across the ocean to our city here by the lake. At the lake, we met some prophets, Lucan the Prophet and his crew, where he awarded us the canoe. So with the canoe, we went to the fire cave and defeated Merilith. After defeating Merilith, the second of 4 fiends, we adventured to the ice cave where we found the Levy Stone. With the Levy Stone, we were able to go to the desert at the bottom of the map here that released the airship, which we have now. Now that we have the airship, we are free to explore and land on the northern continents. So the only thing I've done in the northern continents, and it's actually a really important thing, is visit all of the islands that are scattered here, which are occupied by dragons. One of the dragons in particular was Bahamut, the Lord of the Dragon, or King of the Dragons. And he put us on a quest, or trials of sorts, the Citadel of Trials, which we went here to complete this particular trial, where we earned the rat tail. We returned the rat tail to Bahamut, and Bahamut but classed up all of our characters. And that's where we're at now. So when I say classed up our characters, we had our red mage become our red wizard, our thief become the ninja, and the monk become the master, and the white mage become the white wizard. So, exciting. So what's our plans for today? Today, let's actually get back to the northern continent. I had left off with a cheap spot to save, penny pinching. Yeah, so this is where the trials were. So, we left off talking about how there's 3 cities in the northern continent, which we still need to go to. 1, 2, 3. The first one that we're going to venture to is this one in the top corner. So let's go there now. So as you can see, this is only available via the airship because there are no ways to dock your boat. Hey Jamie, how you doing? Jamie, let me show you something pretty cool. I'm doing alright, hope you are as well. So last episode, we defeated one more fiend, and we earned our airship, very cool, and we completed the Trials of Bahamut in order to class up all of our characters. So the red mage became the red wizard, the thief became a ninja, the monk became a master, and the white mage became the white wizard. So with that class up, the red mage and white mage can now learn higher level spells, the ninja can now start learning black magic, and the master or monk starts to gain substantially more strength and HP at every single level up. So certainly a very monumentous happenings in the last episode. I had a chance to do some big things, and we actually have some big things to do tonight as well. So thanks for joining. Alright, so we adventured. There's 3 cities in the northern continent, and this is the first one, Gaia, that we are visiting just to get some direction of where to go in the story, because we know nothing about the last 2 fiends except that there is a water fiend and a wind fiend that's in the northern continent. This is the town of Gaia. Gaia? I'm going to say Gaia. Also known as Hawkeye. I'll let me call it Hawkeye. Easier to pronounce. To the south lies another town. We call it Hawkwing, but we don't know its real name. What do you have? Have you gone to Hawkwing yet? Their language is total gibberish. Alright, well, I'm glad that I can understand you guys, alright? Alright, nobody else on the bottom part there? Who else can I talk to? Hey, come back. There was a fairy living at the spring here, but I haven't seen her lately. Where has she gone? I don't know. The castle to the west. Test your courage and strength. My old man told me that. So this castle they're alluding to is where I had to go to complete the Trials of Bahamut. And that's where I was awarded. That's when I was awarded my class ups. I saw something bright flying across the sky to the west. I know I saw it. Okay, so the only leads we have so far is something bright flying across the sky to the west. There was a fairy that used to be here that's missing. And there's another town to the south, which we already knew that just by looking at the map. Whoa, what have we here? You fellers are outsiders, ain't you? How the heck did you manage to climb way up here? We got the airship. So yeah, when we were talking with cities around the southern continent, it seems that they had complete disconnect with the northern continents, almost thinking that they were in ruin or lost long civilizations. The legends say that ancient sky people could soar into the sky and build castles above the clouds. Interesting. So ancient civilizations that had castles in the clouds. So the only thing we know really about the timeline was actually about the fiends, where remember 400 years ago we learned that the wind fiend came to this planet. Followed 200 years later after that, the water fiend. 200 years after that, which was actually present, the earth fiend. And the fire fiend wasn't expected for another 200 years from now. But because we defeated the earth fiend, the fire fiend went ahead and showed up. Which we defeated the fire fiend. There's a tower in Yanakulam Desert that no one can enter. Alright, so we may have flown over the desert at some point. I'll fly over it again just to show you what tower they're talking about. Since no one can enter it, we all figured it might be a mirage. We now call it the Tower of Mirage, but I wonder if it really is a mirage. We'll certainly have to check that out. That broom sure is good at making itself look busy. Whoa, what do we have here? Okay, we already talked to her. I think we have that dude up there. Is there anything else? Yeah, that's going to lead us out. What's this? There was a scholar studying the Lufenian language, but I can't recall his name. Let's just see if the item shop has anything for us. Probably not, because item shops are actually pretty generic across all of Final Fantasy. So tent, cottage, potion, antidote. Yeah, pretty generic. And is this going to lead us out? There's more stuff up here. This looks like one of the temples where we revive fallen party members. Oh, I have sinned deeply. I captured a fairy and sold it to a traveling caravan. Oh, okay. The brutal saving cost comes rating. Hey, Lizzie, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Darn typo demons. I know. They get you. They sneak into the fingertips and just do crazy things. So Lizzie, the big pivotal thing that's happened so far is we've defeated 2 fiends out of the 4. And all of our heroes have classed up. So we now have a red wizard, a ninja master, and white wizard. So right now we're trying to get some leads on what to do next, where to go next. So we learned that there's a fairy that is missing. Now that all my... Yeah, how is your mouth doing? You had some big things at the dentist. All is sorted out and the lovely body is adjusting to the pain levels and keeping it calm down. We're thinking of you. I know we have a lot of friends out there right now that need a lot of our thoughts and prayers these days. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing a little bit better. Oops, I didn't mean to leave that. So we were told that this fairy generally lives by this particular spring. I think we just came across that spring haphazardly. Shoot, I keep doing that. Too easy to leave the town. Teach my body... I'm sorry, Big Boy Division because he wants to learn. Oh, that's cool. Hey, what grade is he in, by the way? If you don't mind me asking. As a former educator of the youths, I'm all about the learning of the math. He's moving on to 3rd. That's pretty cool. 3rd grade is a pivotal year for me as well. That's the grade where I moved from California to North Carolina. So a lot of personal life changes, leaving friends, and a big jump educationally. I think that's when I went from adding, subtracting 1 week in California because I moved mid-school year to multiplying the next week. So the California and North Carolina school are not necessarily in sync in that sense. That's okay. That's all right. It was what it was. I was actually the only kid in my class to make 100% on our first multiplication test, even though I was the last one to start learning it in my class. There's a tower. Okay, we already learned about the tower. Blah, blah, blah. All right. I think we already talked to this guy. Ancient. Yeah, the legends say that ancient sky people could hear. Yeah, we learned that too. Okay, so I kind of went in circles. All right, so I talked to everybody in town. It sounds like there's a town to the south, a mirage tower. Someone saw a flash go across the sky, and there's a fairy that's missing. We did come across a pirate who said that he captured and sold a fairy. So that might be important as well. So let me try to buy some magic, and it's going to be so expensive because we are getting late game. Cure 4, we can afford it. And DF4, we can afford it. Nice. I don't think anyone can do this highest level black magic. Oh, we can. Sweet. And what's break? Petrifies foe? Oh, you can't even learn it anyways. It's only black wizard. But Ice 3. Ice 3 is good. Elemental. I went into it hoping that my red mage can kind of specialize in all the elemental stuff. Alright, anything good defensively? I can get 2 ruby armlets and protect rings. They're expensive, but these are actually really good. So protect rings, as it says at the very bottom of the screen there, ring that guards against instant death. Very important. Alright, so we're going to get 3 because we still don't want to attach anything to the monk. Yeah, I'm wringing my hands over what's going to happen when my son goes into 3rd grade. After experiencing a 2nd grade teacher who literally told me people grow out of ADHD. Interesting. Ruby armlet, we're going to get 2. We are burning the gill. Street burning the gill. And cat claws, no. That's only for the black mage. So sweet. We actually picked up everything that we can. Nice. So I actually had enough gil to get the stuffs. So let's actually equip the stuffs that we got. Why did you tell me to get it? It doesn't really help. Helps with the evasion. But that defense gets butchered. No, I'll stay. I think I just wasted some gil. That's fine. Oh, and Jamie, another big thing about your white mage now is we have a healing staff. So I can use the healing staff as an item every single round in a battle to heal the party. So kind of like, it's like basically a free cure spell on the whole party every round. Yeah, I don't think that's how ADH works either. Yeah, I was a pretty focused kid growing up. I was certainly one that you could put me onto a task and I'll stick with it. Almost to the level of OCD. I think as I've gotten older, I've maybe have the adult ADHD or ADD. I don't know. It could just be just the natural progress of getting older. I have a tougher time keeping that prolonged attention span. Yeah, it's totally not. Even hubby agreed with me because he has been diagnosed with ADHD and did get the medication for it as a kid. We've agreed that we will not do the medication for our children. Okay, yeah. I mean, there's so many different ways to address it, whether it's medication or more holistic measures, or just other kinds of training. But yeah, it's definitely a parenting decision for every family. So we were told about a city to the south, Lufin. However, Lufin, it's not really going to do us any benefit of going here just yet because we were told that their language is gibberish and we're not going to understand anything they say anyways. So we're not going to bother. This is the Mirage Tower that we were told about, but they said that it's inaccessible at this time. So again, we're not going to bother here either. This is where all the dragons lived, so we already completed that stuff. We'll skip over it. There's another city located here, which we certainly want to get to. There's a very pretty waterfall by this city as well. And there is a desert. A little weird patch of desert. So we were told that the guy in the back of the city that we were just at, Hawkeye, I think was the nickname. We were told that some guy captured this fairy, and can you land the ship on trees? No, can't. Nor can you land in thick grass. Oh, I just proved myself wrong. That wasn't thick enough. Yeah, this thick grass. We can't land in the thick grass. But we can land in can't land in desert. I think there's a spot. Anyways, I'll finish what I was saying. There was a guy who said he sold a ferry to a caravan. And notoriously, where do you think of caravans being found? Deserts. So, we're going to our little desert area here, which has a secret little outpost, a little oasis, the Desert Caravan. So a super sneaky thing in the game that you would have no idea it's here unless you were just randomly exploring. So it appears like it's an item shop. The only thing I can buy is a bottled fairy. So, we got the fairy. One fairy, please. Thank you. Chug, 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 chug. Uh-oh. I need another fairy. Alright, we have the fairy. Sweet. Which is now a key item. So we're going to use this and see what happens. Oh, hi, fairy. Oh, no. Our fairy flew away. Well, I'm not about to buy another one because that was expensive. But if it loves to hang out by the spring, maybe it has returned there. Very sparkly. I agree. Let's actually check out the wrath of our party now. We are actually well-oiled machine at this time. Alright, yeah, so that's Jam's doing the Heal on the Holes party. The whole party is just... machines. Just straight machines. The benefit of healing every single round is absolutely fantastic and a huge benefit to the party. It really helps out with the dungeon grinding as well, getting a chance to heal all the time. Healing fairies are freaking everywhere. Alright, so we let the fairy go. Where are we? So we're going to see if the fairy actually returned to the spring. Best cosplay? Are you talking about cosplaying as a sparkly fairy? Oh, I'm sorry, Lizzie. I missed what you said earlier. I could see someone cosplaying covering a foam ball with loads of glitter. Ooh, okay. I need to get onto that in just a second. Then sticking fairy wings on that to pass off as those healing fairies. So, I have a phobia. I didn't realize that this was back here. I forgot. I have a phobia to glitter. No judgments. A glitter phobia. Why? Because it gets in everything. You right there with me? Lizzie, thank you. I feel like nobody really understands the mental anguish that glitter can cause. Yes, exactly. I feel like if there was a nuclear catastrophe, the only thing that would survive would be cockroaches and glitter. Everybody in my family, this is not even a joke, everybody in my family knows never to give me cards that have glitter on or in it. Because forget that. Hell no. Like if I ever get a card that has glitter on it, I'll make somebody else open it. And I've been somewhat glitter bombed inside of letters before. No. Just no. Hey, we found the fairy. We found the fairy. It's like nails scratching on a chalkboard when glitter happens. Yes, exactly. Hey, fairy. I was trapped inside a bottle you bought. How horrifying that was. To repay your kindness, I will retrieve some oxyel for you from the bottle of the spring. From the bottom of the spring. So the fairy goes into this water, comes out with oxyel. So we have oxyel. Oxyel? Yeah. I keep saying Ox-Yale as in Yale University, but it's oxyel. So it's oxygen beer? I don't know. From that water flows an endless supply of air. It almost sounds like I could breathe underwater now. All right. Oh, what was it? Thank you. Thank you again for saving me. I hope that oxyel helped you somehow. Well, I haven't used it yet. From it flows the endless supply of air. Thank you very much, fairy. That was very kind of you. All right, so that actually completes a fun little side thing. It's pivotal, but still a side thing. Okay, so next up, we have two more pieces of information. There's something about the city south of us that we can't speak to. We don't know why yet. And we also were told about a flash in the sky that went west. So, you could either spend hours and hours and hours guessing what the heck that means, or you can just know that it has to do with this waterfall. So we're going to go to the waterfall. This is this second half of the game is so open-ended with not giving you many hints and kind of sometimes getting lucky on where to stumble across things. Now, if I did some more conversations in that town that I just passed up, they would have given me a few more hints about both the fairy location as well as where I'm going in this waterfall. But it wouldn't have been much. Just going to Pound Town on some faces. Oh, there's actually one more thing I do need to do with our party here. And I actually need to flip-flop. Oh, wow, that was strong. I do need to flip-flop the position of the party members between Lolo and Cake. After the class up, the thief, which is now the ninja, has substantially better equipment than our red mage. So, that makes our ninja now the best tank for the party. Alright, so our oh, I don't even think you saw last episode where we had a canoe. We actually earned a canoe so we can traverse the rivers. Alright, so we're in a cave here where we're looking for maybe something interesting. Yeah, I mean, you can't really progress in this story without the canoe. But at this point, we have the only canoe in the world, we have the only boat in the world, and we have the only airship in the world. So, we are #blessed. Alright, I guess we got preemptive strike against us. Actually, no, you're gonna one-hit one of those golems. Ooh. So when they cast haste on... So haste works a little bit different in Final Fantasy 1. It doesn't change when you can attack. It doesn't change like your speed of when you're attacking. But rather, it increases the number of hits that you have during battle. Which is huge for our master. Because the master is all about doing, like, 8-time hits. Lurking to support you, spending time with fam. I'm now on Xfinity and now can watch you with no buffering. Nice. I'm glad that it's a little bit better performance. Did I get lost? You can mark multi-lurk. Multi-lurk away. Yeah, we're just gonna run because I want to get to the end of this cave. Well, that didn't work out. Alright, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try fleeing again. But this time have a backup heal. I wonder if this is a battle that we can't run against. Because there are a few battles in the game that you can't run against. Yeah, alright. Let me just turn around and fight these guys. I'm not gonna waste time trying to get out of here. Yeah, so if they were ever... If an enemy was ever a sub-boss in a game that later becomes a random encounter, you can't run from them. We talked about that with the Mind Flayers before. These nightmares may end up being the same thing. Just... Oh well. You like this stage hoodie? Thank you. Yeah, it's comfortable. Yeah, I am a jacket hoodie, and... I used to just be like a sweatshirt hoodie kind of person, but I like the jacket hoodie. As I've gotten older, is my casual clothing of choice. I'm pretty sure I can run from these guys, but just in case, I'll throw on a little heal as well. 2 service providers: Windstream, Comcast. I think I have AT&T where I'm at. We had switched from... There's one of them, so I'll just go and kill him. We had switched from Spectrum to AT&T. In our specific area, Spectrum had really, really poor service of internet quality and speed. And switching AT&T was like, I don't know, over 10 times the speed. It was ridiculous. For cheaper, actually. Alright, we're running from these mummies. Oops. And we also have the beloved warp spell as well, which means whenever we are in dungeons, we can just warp out. Zombies. Are you getting attacked by zombies right now, Lizzie? What's going on? Da, da, da. Ooh, what do we have in this cave here? I don't like that bird. Everybody's going to attack the bird. And you're going to see the wrath of Jamie destroy all the mummies. With her Mega Dia spell. The wrath of Jamie. The radiant lights. Wipe out the zombies. Find some Jesus in your life, mummies. The Wrath of Jams. Take this cube. Defeat Tiamat. Flying Fortress. Beep boop, beep boop. Obtain Warp Cube. That was a robot, by the way, in case you were wondering what the heck I was doing. Uh-oh. Bzz. Giga. I appreciate you, and I want your treasures. Now you have no more life savings. Holy shit. What? Golly. All the so I'm freaking out because of these cockatrices. My God. Woof. Yeah, let's take care of this, like, now time. Let's just get our heal ready. One cockatrice down. Come on, I need the other two. I didn't need Jamie and Jason to do their thing right now. No. Don't stone me. Don't do it. Alright, cool. I got the fire off. Everything's fine. This is fine. Ugh. Away with you. Yeah, you know... Don't get stoned. No. Oh, bad news about last episode. Hi, doggy. Bad news about last episode. Jamie did die during one of the battles. So she's a little bit behind with her experience. Rip Jamie. I mean, it wouldn't be an RPG without at least one Jamie death. Lindsay, everybody says hi. So, yeah, I'm not going to run into cockatrices anymore. We are warping out of here. So we got the warp stone. It's AY. Lindsay with the AY. At least I think it is. I literally guess every single time. Alright, while that battle's going, I think I hear my dog whining. Linder's 16, that's my lady. I'm gonna get the dog from the door. Be right back. You can't spell her name? I just had to say her name at the wedding. I didn't have to spell it. It wasn't a spelling test. I was told to memorize vows, not spelling of my wife's name. I was told there would be no tests. Or math. You knew a guy named Lindsay? Yeah, I believe Lindsay can be a guy's name. Nothing wrong with that. The same fellow that could freehand a straight line and made me so oh yeah, the freehand guy. That's crazy that he could do that. Alright, so we're fighting some worms. Oh, I don't know why I decided to fight with Jams. That was unnecessary. Oh, actually, let me go ahead and... Because I have the warp cube. I'm going to adventure to our other town up here. I forgot which one's stronger. Doot. So I know for you people who have played Final Fantasy VII, this looks like that cat creature. Red something? I don't know. I haven't played 7 yet. Manticores. Ah, we're getting into some real lore these days. The healing staff. I'm almost always here lurking. That's why I don't curse on my stream. I have to answer to my wife if I do. Alright. Just do creative cursing? Does come up with words? Ooh, what's this? A well? A well. Not at all important. No, it's really not important. Alright, have any good items for me? Now that I'm broke after buying a fairy? Maybe you got gold needles. But I actually have enough. I'm fine. This is fine. Spelling is a struggle. That's always my biggest weakness in school was spelling. Here, check out my legs. Ooh, it's so wonderful to have legs. I can dance now, see? Dance. Dance. Wait, you're not dancing. You're just kind of... Oh, she's shaking them hips. Do you see that? Hey, lady, face me. Face me. Look at that. Look how she walks. Those hips are swiveling. Alright, enough of that. Family friendly. I saw Underhill selling something strange at his caravan camp. Hi, Loki. How are you doing? How's the baby? So Underhill being the person we got the fairy from. The shrine sank into the depths. Ooh, shrine sank. Shrine sank into the depths 200 years ago. Ah, so there was a shrine that sank into the depths 200 years ago. That coincides timeline-wise with the water fiend. Rumor has it that the mermaids dwell there now. Mermaids, eh? Oop. Have you ever hear of something called oxyale? I do. Have the oxyale. Sleeping right now? Yeah, hopefully I know your baby's really young right now. Oops, I skipped that. Hopefully she's getting kind of a sleep schedule going on. I dedicated all of my kids' sleep schedules to my wife. She worked them hard. Our 7-month-old now sleeps like 13 and a half hours a night. It's just crazy. Hick! Arg, leave me alone. If I can't catch a single fish, how am I supposed to eat? And I don't touch my drink. Hick! Really? Because it seems like you're a little drunk. Cope said that he saw something bright falling to the earth. That's another clue with the robot that we saw. I think he was delirious. So I don't know. I kind of saw a robot as well. This town enjoyed great prosperity 200 years ago, which again coincides with when the water fiend came about. Alright, I already talked to those guys. Do you have legs? Kind of creep me out. I do. Nobody can learn these things. That's fine. They're exclusive to black mages. Probably can pick up some white. Reinforced protection against instant death. Sure. I'll pick up a... Well, before I commit there, let me see what else what kind of... Actually, no, we learned that he can't. Is that true? Yeah. I'll give him a... Oh, he can't. Oh. At a certain point, there are certain spells that honestly I don't think are worth even getting, so I'm not going to bother. I'm trying to get her to start sleeping earlier. We decided that we were going to see how long she will actually sleep, so we can get her started on going to bed around 7. Yeah, so my oldest right now goes to bed at 7. He started doing that, I don't know, maybe around 1, maybe 1.5 or so, 7 o'clock. So unless she wakes up on her own, I won't be waking her up. Yeah. Our youngest goes to bed at 6 right now, and our oldest goes to bed at 7. My daddy has gone off with the caravan. Oh, so her dad is maybe the caravan person? They're heading to the western desert. So remember, there are 2 deserts. One is the Mirage, one that has a Mirage Tower. The other one is where we actually went. They always make camp on the northern edge of the desert. So this tells you specifically where we could have found that caravan if we needed to. I miss my daddy. I hope he comes home soon. Yeah, no daddy issues there. It's fine. Amazing. Bahamut recognized you as heroes. Yeah, this was from the trial from Bahamut that we completed when we classed up. Lufian is a language used by the ancient race known as the Sky People. My brother, Un. Ooh, we know Un. Mormont, or Melmont. Melmont. We met Dr. Un. Would talk of it constantly. He always lamented that he couldn't find the Rosetta Stone. Going to be looking into online business stuff. Oh, that's cool. Online business stuff like selling like your art and stuff online, or what are you talking about? I hear the sunken shrine contains heaps of treasure, gold and diamonds. And oh, someone said there's a stone slab of some sort too. Okay. So item-wise, we just have a lead. A stone slab. We'll go to the inn before we adventure on. Selling one of a kind stuff and unique merch too. Interesting. We'll certainly let everyone know once all that is set up. That sounds pretty cool. I'm Copa. Cope? Cope. I don't know. Cope? Whatever. Yep, I saw the thing fall near the northern waterfall, I think. Yeah, again, gives you leads on where the robot would be. No one believes me, but it looked like a robot. It was a robot. Alright, can you move? I want to talk to the old man. Move, please. I want to talk to the old man. Oh, you're killing me. I'm going to have to push you. Push. I'm going to have to push you like a bat. I'm going to get stuck back here, aren't I? Move. Move. Thank you. 200 years ago, Onlak's shrine flourished with the power of water, but now, sigh. Please bring it back. Bring back the shrine? Alright. Now. I hate the spot. Move. Thank you. I hate that. Alright, what else you got for me? Warriors with Oxyale? We have been waiting for you. Please save the mermaids. Ghost lady. Woo. She was a ghost. A ghost mermaid? I don't know. But now we can go into this little barrel, which will go underwater. But before we do, we're going to go back and... Oh, you know, I don't think there were any weapons here. No, there were no weapons here. Really? Like no secret northern spots for weapons? Poop. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so let me heal up at the inn. And then we're going to go to the shrunken shrine. Say that 4 times fast. Sweet dreams. Yeah, the one thing that's a little bit weird with the ninja is his hat. It looks so dorky. It looks like a Cobra Commander kind of look. Okay. So we're saved up. Do a little spin dance, wake ourselves up, get the blood flowing. And let's go to the shrunken shrine. I'm not going to try to say that anymore. I'm going to get too tongue-tied. Ride the barrel. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Quasi cutscene? There. Alright, so we're back to Dungeon Life. Loki, thank you for hosting. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. Alright, so, we're in a dungeon, and we know dungeon means Jason has to use this map, because Jason has not memorized all of the dungeons, because that would be insane. Yeah. Cool, I'm doing the right thing. So we're pretty much going to be just running from things. I'm not very interested in battling here. But as a backup, I'll still have my white mage do the party heal. Just in case we get a hit on us or two while trying to run. Just being cautious. Ooh, can we make it all the way down? So we're in the shrunken. Oh my gosh, I need something else to call it. We're gonna call it the shrine. Let's just call it the shrine. So we're trying to dive into the depths of it. And not giving too much care. Ordering all the dumplings. Are you guys having Chinese food tonight? One of my favorites. Just do the thing, beat the shark. Steamed dumplings, yeah. So, my wife and I, whenever we try a Chinese place, we always get dumplings as, like, the litmus test of how good the place is. So, like, we have it down to, like, where we're judging the thickness of the dough, the quality of the sauce that it comes with, whether it's meat or vegetable inside. It is our litmus test for how good. Okay, so we're in a spot now that even though I am not going to go into every single one of these, every single little room has another mermaid in it or a treasure that kind of adds to the story. So I'll peek in a few. You must be the answer to my prayers. Okay, so you may have caught me saying this before, but these mermaids are actually, I believe, all topless. Very lewd. If the light of the sea is lost, we mermaids will turn into bubbles and vanish. You're offended by the topless mermaids? So offended? Why? Would you prefer bottomless mermaids? I mean, they have fins. One of my mermaid friends left for the land, and she hasn't returned. Maybe that's the one that was impressed by our legs. I wonder what became of her. Maybe she grew legs. I believe she did. Maybe it's the one that danced for us. No humans can breathe here. Or, sorry, I didn't read that right. You humans can breathe here? Now that's a surprise. I got the oxy. Oh, they're not random encounters here? I feel like I'm just kind of free flow chilling. Please restore light of the crystal light. Please restore the light to the crystal of water. It is the only way to save the seas. I'm going to do my best. That crystal, you must be the warriors of legend. Probably. I've been called worse. Just taking all your stuffs. Tell me your lore. The longer the water fiend remains, the weaker the sea light becomes. This is the utmost level of the shrine. Kraken, the water fiend, dwells in the lowest level. Okay, maybe I had that backwards. I thought the lower you go, you find the mermaids. That's fine. In the eastern continent's desert, I saw someone enter the Mirage Tower of the Mirage. Oh, you saw someone enter it. And oh, that bell's wondrous sound. They entered it with a bell? Found antidote. The treasure chest. I got a mermaid patterned face mask today. Oh, okay. Yeah, for when you go shopping. That's cool. Have you taken it for a spin yet? Getting all the looks. I wonder if we can regain the sea's lights, or will we become bubbles and disappear? 10 gil, weak. Lots of gil, not weak. You wanted it, so it could be magical. Magical mermaid, Jamie. Alright, so we kind of went everywhere that we could, but there's a secret... There's one more secret room for us to go to. One more secret room for us to go to. Right here. Diamond gloves. Diamond tome. We have a thing! The Rosetta Stone. We're about to learn some languages. Nice. Need to wash it, but then take it. So we have a neighbor here that was kind enough to make masks for the little cul-de-sac neighborhood that we're in. We just had to. Well, I don't even know if we gave her a cloth for it, but yeah. So we have some homemade masks. Now I've only left my driveway like 2-3 times since going on lockdown. So that's about all the times that I've worn it. I can't even tell you the pattern that's on it. Alright, so I'm optimizing my armor right now since we did pick up a few more cool things. So instead of crawling all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon to go the other direction, because it's literally the opposite direction to get to the Kraken, I'm just going to warp out. Save myself a little bit of time. Alright, so we are going to save and go for the Kraken, because we were informed that the Kraken is the water fiend. So we're going to take a little sleepy sleep. I think we got all the treasures along that way. Maybe. I don't know. Again, I'm not worried about treasure hunting. The only reason why I've poked around as much as I did getting treasures was because the conversations with the mermaids kind of rounds out the story of what happened to that sunken shrine. Nailed it. Yeah, so it seems like the Kraken came and the shrine sunk. The mermaids are afraid of turning into bubbles. And in general, the shrine itself is just being weakened. So we're going to go now down where we previously went up to the top. Now we're going to go down to the depths to find and defeat the Kraken. Release the Kraken. I do have a tough Kraken story. It has to deal with college and Captain Morgan's Kraken. I was 21, in case you were wondering. It was a tough night that I lost to the Kraken. And I'm not talking Final Fantasy 1 Kraken. Alright, run, run, run. We're just friendly people that want to find and defeat this Kraken. We are only interested in running. We mean you no harm. Poisoned? Now I'm pissed. Turn around, let's fight him. No! Man. They poisoned me. That was not nice. Oof. Random battles. Just the sharks. Just the sharks. Just the sharks. Da, 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 da. Alright, so again, we are diving for Fiend number 3. We already have defeated the Earth Fiends. We've defeated the Fire Fiends. We got the Water Fiends. And then last will be the Wind Fiend. The Fire Fiend was fairly tough. I believe one of our characters died during that battle. I think Lolo had died during that battle, but I was able to revive him just before I finished the battle, which was clutch. Very clutch. The hell did I just come from? Oh. Yeah, this place is relatively linear, but it's a little bit mazy. So, sorry if it seems like I'm meandering a little bit. Be faster to spend 2 seconds looking at the guide than continuously running in wrong directions. Alright, I think I can figure this one out on my own, though. Okay. Let's see. Part 4? Or 5? Part 5? Yes. Part 5. Where am I? Oh. There's nothing in the building, in case you were wondering. Church house right here. Let me get it. That was it? Let me get it. That was it? Church house is massive? I mean, I've seen bigger. Where are we? 7. There's nothing interesting here. Cool. Oh, so close. Stopped right before the stairs. Just one. Let's fight him. I don't think we've leveled up yet in this episode. I wonder how close we're actually getting. I did do a bit of level grinding during the in between last episode and this one, just to prepare for this battle and potentially another big one. I think we're just about there. Yeah, I don't know. Dead end? Yeah. I'm a little bit lost, to be honest. But that's good. Oh, no. Alright. No longer lost. Run. We made it. Yeah, I think this is just a skip over this big, massive room. Poison? Man, stupid scorpions. Not the biggest, right? Just annoying having to go into the menu to fix that. All better. Kiss the boo-boo. Oh, I went the wrong way. Not by much. Yay! Easy run. Easy, easy run. Alright, we're getting close to we're actually very close to the end of this dungeon. Here we go. So let's put on some heals. And do a save state, and we're going to be ready for save state, and then we'll be ready for the Kraken. Okay, here we go. You humans amaze me. Who could have thought any land creature could make it this far? These land creatures, the words of light. Defeat the Kraken. But I'm afraid it's time to teach you your place. He is really ugly. He's got the little shoulder thing going on. Kraken, the water fiend, shall instruct you? Oh, because you're going to teach me my place. Okay, I got you. Whoa, whoa! Giant octopus. Alright, so again, big brain tactics. We're going to put the haste on Jason. This way, Jason increases his number of attacks in a turn. Worst case scenario right now is that... and I want shields. Do I have a higher shield? Okay. Because the Kraken is going to slap me with all 8 of his tentacles every single turn. Alright. Yeah, so I want to get a couple of haste. I want to get, actually, ideally, yes, both hastes off before the monk does his turn. This is going to be massive damage when the monk goes in for the hit. So I have shield on. Big old 12 hit, 584 damage. That's massive. That's awesome. So we have our shield on. What else can we do? Let's, you know, let's take our turn. Going at this guy. Anything else good magic-wise I can do? Do you want to see Holy? Oh, let's see Holy. I don't think it's going to do anything special here. Never played a Final Fantasy game all the way through, but definitely looks like fun. So Final Fantasy 1 is actually pretty short. It's a little bit confusing if you get stuck once in a while, but there's guides out there in case you do. This is Holy, by the way. Nice. Holy, I knew it wasn't going to do a lot of damage. It's really Jason that we're relying on going in for the big hit right now. Yeah, no one was going to do anything too crazy damage-wise. Yeah, if you're going to play a Final Fantasy, I would recommend 10 and 4 as being the friendliest to a new player. I'm going to do some bolt damage because you figure water creatures are weak to electricity. So let's do some elemental bolts and some heals. Yeah, 4 and 10 are the most user-friendly with the ease of gameplay. There we go. Defeat the Kraken. 1 is good because it's short. It's a little complex because there's not a lot of good hints in game to know exactly where to go, but there's guides for that. From there, you have obviously classics like 6 and 7 that are amazing story-wise. I haven't played them, but I know that they're good because everybody says so. All the people that I trust, Final Fantasy opinion-wise, say as much. But honestly, if you're going to play a Final Fantasy, just play any of them but 2. 2 is terrible. If you check out my info in my bio, I actually give like my 2 cents on every single Final Fantasy. We defeated the Kraken! Stop your dancing. Alright. This is the altar of water from which the power of water flows forth. Random battles. Haven't you just, like, Shark, you literally were standing right there as I whooped on this giant Kraken that took over this entire shrine. You're lucky I'm running and not offended by such audacity that you could defeat me. Brashness. Alright, so we're going to go back into town and heal. Since that battle was a biggie. So what are our leads right now? Well, the main item that we got from this shrine was a Rosetta Stone. So we need to do something about that. We learned from this city that Dr. Un is familiar with foreign languages. So we're going to go take a trip to see Dr. Un. Maybe he can help us out with this Rosetta Stone. And the assumption here is that the Rosetta Stone is likely going to help us with the Lufin city that we were told speaks gibberish, but maybe we can kind of crack the code of his of their foreign language. Ice Gigas, nice. But we're gonna run. So Loki, if you're still here, what type of games do you usually like to play? I've caught a couple of your streams so far. I think I've caught a WoW stream. Shoot, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I watched so many streams. Yeah, I've caught a handful of yours before. Since you do post them in Mickey's room, in Mickey's Discord. Come on, team, run. Is this a battle that I can't run from? It looks like a battle I can't run from. Sorry for wasting that time. Let's turn and fight. Fight like men. And it jams. Nice. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could kind of do all this faster if I just fight all the time. You are the manliest. Literally, we would be dead in the water without our heroic white mage. RPGs and MMOs? Yeah. Same here, for the most part. Much more calmer for me. First-person shoot. I go in and out of first-person shooters. There's a few good ones that I've played. I would say Modern Warfare was really good fun when I was in that phase. Time Splitters, if we want to kind of go old school with it. Get so angry that first-person shooters frustrate me too. I feel like basically, if you're playing against other people, whoever has the best internet connection and high definition screen wins. And if it's cross-platform, I think the PC people have the advantage over the console people. So RPG-wise, obviously Final Fantasies are up my alley. Yeah, this is where we want to go. Also, I've played Order and Chaos, which is a game that was on iOS. And I played EverQuest. I played a lot of EverQuest when I was younger. Alright, this is Dr. Un. Play Modern Warfare, but only with my husband, and then I play what's OW? I am garbage. Overwatch? Overwatch. I am garbage at mouse and keyboard. Yeah, same here. I'm not used to it. I'm a console person. Alright, so this is Dr. Un. Let me see that stone slab. Ooh, a little jump. Why, if it isn't the Rosetta Stone? Yes, Overwatch, yeah. I've never played Overwatch. I've seen some streams of it, though. My dear now, nothing... This stone is the key to unlocking the mystery of the Lufinian language. Yes, of course. Eureka, I've got it. I've learned a whole language in 30 seconds. It's an arcane language, but I suppose I can teach it to you. I hope you can appreciate such knowledge. Knowledge is power. Am I like teaching? Am I taking the knowledge? Give me your knowledge. There, now you can speak the Lufinian tongue. Yes. Learning all the languages. Man, I stink at learning other languages, by the way. First ever console was SNES, and my first ever game was Super Mario World. Nice! I like that. Yeah, I started on the NES when I was 4 years old, and then moved on to the SNES, at which point I switched over to PlayStation. Had PlayStation 1. Oh, and I did have the original Game Boy as well. PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. Then my 3 broke, so I went back to my PlayStation 2. And that's about the time that I realized that I was going to be a dad. So I took a long break from video games, and I'm getting back into it now. Play the second area of the first map over and over until I got 99 lives. Of Super Mario World? Yeah. Yeah, there's so many ways you can cheat it. Did you ever play Mario 3? I asked because Mario 3 is one of the 2 games that, personally, I have some skill at speedrunning. And by speedrunning, nothing to contest like a world record by any means. So next up, we're going to go to this town here. But unfortunately, you cannot land your ship anywhere in this entire patch. Believe me, I've tried, except right here. I did play Lion King and Aladdin games, and that's pretty cool, SNES. Yeah, honestly, SNES, I enjoyed my time with it. But I didn't have a lot of games on the SNES that I loved. Mario All-Stars was great, and Mario World was great. I didn't really have any other I personally didn't have any other fantastic titles. I had a few, but nothing that I would go back to and play over and over. Because shortly after the SNES, I picked up a PlayStation, and then I was hooked on that. I mean, technically this, what I'm playing right now, it's a PS1 game. Take some water. So I'm just doing a couple extra battles since I noticed that Jams was a level behind everybody. So let her catch up a little bit for the next part. Honestly, we could technically finish the game at this level. Anything above where we're at right now starts to bleed into overkill. We are playing on easy mode. And on easy mode, you can hit level 99. So notice I'm only in the 30s right now, and I'm saying that we're capable of finishing the game in the 30s, level-wise. Never really able to actually get into video games while growing up. Didn't get into games until my husband and I got together and had Destiny. Yeah, I haven't played... I actually own Destiny, but it was gifted to me. I haven't played it yet. And I played that from the time I got up to the time I went to bed. Nice. So you got hooked pretty quickly. Yeah, I have a good history with video games. It's something that I had to bond over with a few friends, and sometimes I had some phases where I didn't have a lot of good friends in school, partially because of moving. So video games was always my default go-to as a friend. You want to play Destiny? Yeah, I mean, I have Destiny. I have Destiny, I just never played it. And it was gifted to me, I want to say, less than a year ago, so it's not like it's been on my shelf for too long. You like Halo? I played a little bit of Halo in college. Oh, so, okay. If you've played Halo, if you like Halo, I don't know if it still exists, but on Netflix for a little while, they had an animated Halo series, and literally I think all the game were some people that were actually playing Halo and had added commentary over it. It made like a few seasons of a series out of it. And I think it was on Netflix. Hilarious. Like if you actually enjoyed it, Red vs. Blue, I think that's what it was. Yeah. So funny. I mean, there's certainly some cringe humor parts. That's fine. But I thought it was really clever, the fact that stylistically it looked like they were actually playing the game and just commenting over it. So it sounds like you guys know the title. Did you actually watch it? Or you just know of it? Or do you know of it, watched it, and hated it, and I'm just I'm just the doofus that actually enjoyed it. Watched it back in the day. Yeah, they made a number of seasons. Like, they just kept going with it. Rooster Teeth. Yeah, I forget a lot of details. I just remember, like, the autonomous robots, like, having consciousness, and yeah, it just caused me. It got wild plot-wise. I only watched it once through, and I'm sure I was multitasking during it. I just found it hilarious. All throughout. We are okay. So if I travel to this location previously, I would not know what they're saying right now. If you played Final Fantasy X, I know Jamie, you have. Think of like the Albed language where it's all just jibber jabber. And imagine just going from the Albed language with no primers to having all the primers like that. That's kind of what we're experiencing here. We are the Lufinians. In ancient times, we were known as the Sky People. Ah, that vessel of yours is called an airship. Our ancestors built it and used it long ago. They're going to tell me to wash my face? Take a look, water. Grimy, wash your face. We have a legend. It's said that in 400 years, 4 warriors of light would appear and save our people. So that's interesting. So this is a civilization that seemed to be like in this time bubble where they might still think that it's 400 years ago when the Wind Fiend came to the land. So they're thinking of us. So the 400 years in the future is actually right now. Yep. The Light Warriors of legend was true. What are you doing? Oh, sorry. 400 years ago, our civilization reached new heights. We turned our eyes to the heavens and reached for the stars, but all that is lost now, reduced to mere memory. I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds difficult. Earth, fire, water, wind. These 4 forces shape the world to which we live. We were blessed with the power of wind. With it, we suspended a castle in the air. Our ancestors created robots. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if they still work. Well, we found the one that gave us the warp crystal, or warp cube. We don't know what that's for yet, though. The Flying Fortress drifts among a sea of stars. Flying Fortress is the first we're hearing of that. The Sky People pass down the memories of the past in a ritual. But over the course of 400 years, those memories have grown dim. A sad people. Who else can I talk to? The castle floating high in the sky is the Flying Fortress. It was once home to our ancestors. Alright, so they're talking about a flying fortress. I have no idea where this is at yet, though. The Tower of Mirage is its entrance. Oh, okay. Well, we know where that's at. That's the desert. So, okay. So it seems like there's a desert with a Mirage Tower, and above that is a flying fortress. We bravely faced Tiamat, but failed to defeat it. The fiend must still be in the flying fortress now. Talk to me. 5 of our bravest warriors were our last hope. That's actually a really fun Easter egg that'll come back later. They still live, but have been turned into bats. We came to believe there was another culprit behind the 4 fiends. What? Another culprit behind the 4 fiends? More than just the 4 fiends? We sent 5 warriors to seek him out, but they never returned. That's the first we've heard of something more than just the first fiends. More than just the 4 fiends. Our power, the power of wind, has been taken by Tiamat. Are you lost, buddy? Now take this bell. Oh, the bell. Use it to enter the Mirage Tower. Nice. Now we can get into the Mirage Tower with the bell. Obtained bell. You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Alright. So it looks like we're done, except we're not. There's a secret shop. Very tricky. Alright, we can get Life 2, which we saved a spell slot for. So Life 2 is sweet because Life 1, it restores a fallen ally, but only brings it back to 1 HP. Now this, 100% HP restore. The best option for regeneration. Can't learn Flare. Rip. Okay, so we learned some things. Can I get out of here? Let me out of here. Alright. Cool. We have the bell. We are ready for Tiamat. Oh boy. So this is actually not too bad. I think I might be able to do Tiamat tonight. That's exciting. We're gonna get 2 fiends in one stream? Is this real life? Fantastic. One day my children will understand their walking meme of a dad. David after dentist. One of the all-time classics. Oh, okay. I don't know if you just caught what happened there. The Hillgigus ran from me. That is an ultimate... I don't even... What word am I going for? Power move. That's the ultimate power move when the enemies start fleeing from you. Alright, I'm fleeing from this. The Hillgiguses yield a ridiculous amount of HP and gil, which is why I was bothering fighting him. You are also a walking meme. Jamie, what is your #1 favorite meme? Mine is... This is fine. Oh, we're going to want to save before we go for team up. Dat boy, oh shit, what up? What? I may not know those memes. I feel like I have a really big gap in my meme knowledge. Like, I'm familiar with some of the classics, but then ... for many years, and then now work with a lot of people in their mid-20s where they only talk in memes. So I've picked up a lot of meme culture from them. Ah, okay. Maybe I just didn't know the name of it. Alright, so here's another unfortunate moment when you can't land in a desert. So where do you park your airship? The best spot, I believe, if I can remember exactly, is right here. Yeah. That's the closest spot where you can park your airship to get to this castle. The success rate of running from these guys at this point is going to be a little bit low. So sometimes it's just worth it just to suck it up and do the battle. Alright, we are in the Mirage Tower. Tower of Mirage, what have you. Alright, that was a tricky first level. There are some really good treasures here. But not ones that I'm going to be picking up along the way. Ultimately, the best weapons that we can get are still yet to come, even after this temple. Ooh, vampires. For vampires, let's get some fire magic going. Magic. Let's do Dia 3. Alright, so we already went through the first floor. We're working on the second floor of the Mirage Tower. And there's 3 floors to the Mirage Tower. So we'll get through this quickly enough. Ah! Oops. Many enemies. So I fought the vampires because I might be wrong with this, but I think it's a battle that you have to fight because vampires were sub-bosses earlier in the game. And as we've talked about, if that's the case, you can't run from them. Kind of a weird mechanic, but the programmers were lazy in that sense. You can't run from a former sub-boss. Ooh, a robot. Shoot. Alright, yep. So I'm going to have to battle them. So same tactic. Fire and Dia should do the trick. It'll only just take a moment. Success! Success! Alright, we want to get to that staircase. So we're just kind of looping around. So on these floors, there's a lot of good, yummy treasures in the middle of the floors. But it's a little bit mazy to spiral around to them. Really dangerous as well if you're not adequately leveled. Oh my gosh. Holy vampires. Nice. We had it blocked. Getting beat up by some vampires. Alright, now it's my turn. Feel the wrath. Lolo's conjuring up some flames in his hands. Both Cake and Jason are ready for diving into battle, while Jams gets ready. A spell of light and holiness. What? Did I do the wrong level? Or, I mean, we'll nuke him here. Yeah. That's a lot of gil. I don't know if you noticed that. Holy cow. Beep boop, beep boop. One of us flew to the west, taking the warp cube with him. We are rich. Like, honestly, there's really not a whole... Ooh, robots. There's not a whole lot that we can even spend money on at this point in the game. Which is why in a... like, any kind of 100% run, you're easily going to cap out 99999 money all the way across before anything else. Because these later battles, after you actually need and are presented with the opportunity to buy all these things, these just start swimming in the gil. A little bit of a little too lateness to it. Alright, I think some of our guys are getting a little bit weak, so let's pump them up a little bit. Speaking of the pump, I am a fan of some good music. And I came across a random YouTube channel where they took a lot of classic-ish songs and put a medieval twist, a medieval song style twist, like almost like think of like your bard twists, like singing that kind of style to a lot of old pop songs. The one that I thought sounded one of the best was "Pumped Up Kicks." It was pretty cool. Yeah, I'll link it into the Discord, that particular YouTube channel. I think it's actually fairly new because they only have like 10 songs on their channel and they're like all within like a month old. Yeah, Pumped Up Kicks is kind of dark, but instead of like saying faster than my bullet, they say faster than my arrow. And whenever they say gun, they say bow. But stylistically, it sounds like that old-timey bard from medieval times. It's different. Honestly, not all the songs are good. I love the song Creep. I absolutely love the song Creep. But it sounded way too much like the original, that I was not as impressed with that one. They did a Lady Gaga... Ooh, Blue Dragon. Ooh. The Blue Dragon. You know, I think this is a forced encounter, actually. They did a Lady Gaga song in that style as well. I forget which one. Yeah, I'll have to link it into your Discord, Jamie. It was pretty cool. And because YouTube loves recommending things that are similar to what you just saw. Actually, let me get through this. Warp to the Flying Fortress with the Warp Cube. Ah, the Warp Cube is what we picked up from the robots. Here we go. So we're warping from the Mirage Tower to the Flying Fortress. And this Flying Fortress is relatively easy to traverse. Oh, as I was saying, it started recommending other channels that was similar to that in terms of like putting twists on songs. And I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently it is. Are you familiar with this song, Delilah, or Hey There, Delilah? I heard a version of it from the opposite perspective that was called Hey, It's Delilah, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, I love going on some music kicks. So I love hearing alternative renditions of songs as well. It's pretty fun. Okay. So I may have misstepped with the direction I was going, but I'm back on track now that I saw what that was. And Venom Blade's actually kind of cool. I don't need to equip it because I have better stuff. Yeah, this floating fortress, many of the treasures in it is just a stupid degree of gil. Honestly, and a lot of things that I already have. Like protect rings and stuff. Now, if you wanted to save your money, your gil, from having to buy all that stuff, then sure. You could have waited for this fortress to pick it up. Alright, so we're just going to shoot straight down. I'm loving that timing-wise we're going to be able to get through Tiamat. Run, guys. Come on. So these this wind elemental creature, Eros, is extremely difficult to run from. It's not impossible. Yeah, the Naga is kind of neat. Big snakehead lady. It's like almost the opposite of a Medusa. Hey, speaking of Medusas... No! What are you doing, game? I don't want to be stoned. I do have the stone spell, right? Yeah. Thank goodness. You want a Medusa tattoo so bad. That's cool. No! Don't stone me! Oh, thank you, you missed. Man, there's nothing I hate more in this game than getting inflicted with stone. It's it's rough. So tragic in Greek myth. I mean, I just know the main story. Maybe there's a lot, I'm sure there's a lot more to it than maybe what I'm familiar with. So, was Medusa, like, good at some point? I didn't realize that there was... Oh. Well, I didn't know that. Wow. Yeah, Greek mythology is wild. Turned into a Gorgon, yeah. Oh, so, Jamie, I know you are very new to Magic the Gathering. The general gist of Magic the Gathering is that you as a player are a planeswalker casting these spells. But also in-game, or I guess with Magic lore itself... Oh no, these guys are going to be tough. Hold on. Sorry, I know it was mid-thought there. Okay, good, they're running. These guys can cause instant death, so I'm just trying to... Yeah, I'm not trying to die to instant death so deep into this dungeon. Yeah, sorry. So you yourself are a planeswalker that's wielding all these spells, but when you get into the actual story of Magic the Gathering, there's characters that are planeswalkers as well. And eventually the game started printing cards of planeswalkers that you could also play. And one of the planeswalkers, the point of all this, one of the planeswalkers, her name is Vraska with a V. And she is a Gorgon. Yeah, kind of a long, long story to get to that point. But yeah, Magic the Gathering has a Gorgon planeswalker. Okay, so I need to do a save state right here and do a quick heal for a very important reason I'll get into very shortly. Alright, so let's get all the heals on. Oh, I was beat up more than I thought I was. Alright, you're back to full. You still have a little ways to go. I can finish you up. I can finish you up with Cure 1. Alright, cool. So, this particular path here, there is a 3 in 200 or so chance of having a random encounter against the hardest random encounter in the game, called Warmech. I successfully... I thought I was gonna have to do a warm-up battle. Cool. No, not the case. I'm just gonna bolt you guys. I'm gonna ice you guys. I'm going to attack you and do a heal here. Yeah. Warmech, which is the optional boss. Optional boss, or like a hidden one that's hard to find. He's actually stronger than the final boss of the game. I'm going to have to do a heal all over again after getting blasted with some fire there. I was hoping that would do more. I guess not. Oof, I took a lot of damage there. I'm going to heal all over again. Big Ice Spell. Boom. Frozen snakes. Snake pops. Yeah, I'm never going to use lower level spells. Dang, I just did all that healing. I have to do it again. That's alright. That's alright. We love Final Fantasy even when it's ridiculous. Top it off, top it off, top it off. Cool. So, we are going to fight another fiend. The Wind Fiend. Ready? Well done, humans. You have defeated all but one fiend. Tiamat of Wind. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Six-headed dragon. Your luck ends here, however. The sky shall be your tomb. Big dragon. Whew. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do the same tactic that we did last time. We're gonna do haste on Jason. Did I do it right? Haste on haste on Jason. Big ol' thick attack. And you probably do fire. Oh, I have null all. I'm going to reduce all of your spells by 50%. Oh, I can only do it to one party member. Man. Reinforced protection against instant death. That sounds good too. Let's start with that. I did not want to have Jason go first there because I wanted the haste spells to be applied. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, so Tiamat is this... Tiamat's actually a she. FYI. In case you were wondering. What to do. Let's raise attack for Jason and just have it be absolutely silly. Raise the evasion so I get dealt less damage. Going for the attack. Magic. Where's shield 2? Alright, yeah, so I think this is going to adequately buff us from any more physical damage. Yeah, we're so swole right now with buffs. This doesn't look good. Ow! Whoa, that was a lot of damage. 16 hit, over 1,000 damage! Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna need a big ol' cure right now. Honestly, we can't afford 2 magic healers to go down. Ooh, 19. Okay, good. Another big hit. About 1,000. Yeah, that's all we needed. That's all we needed. A few massive hits by Jason. And that's all she wrote. She being Tiamat. Tiamat. Sweet. 2 fiends. I'm going to name this stream 2 Fiends, 1 Stream. The crystal has illuminated. Pleasant Final Fantasy music. Yay! Are we doing jumping jacks? What are we doing? The altar of wind from which the power of the wind flows forth. No! I am still underleveled. Oh, shoot. Is this going to be bad? I hope this isn't bad. I feel like this is going to be bad. I think this is going to be bad. Please don't be bad. Okay, good. You only deal 1. I'm not as worried. Okay. This spell. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so the reason why I was so worried there is that Dark Warriors are technically the same as Astos in many respects of what they can do. And stats. And remember, Astos killed Lolo earlier. So it wasn't Astos per se, but very similar. Nice. So we are just about there. We're gonna heal up. What town are we at? We're gonna go this way. This is our cheap town. This is where we started. Do a nice solid heal up here. Let him do the sleepy sleep. So you know what? I think I'm going to call it a little early tonight. Reason being, we are so close to finishing Final Fantasy 1. I want to come back at it fresh. All we have left to go is the Temple of Chaos. So, yeah, surprisingly, we're going to finish this in a nice and tidy 5 streams. So, where are we supposed to go next? We are supposed to go back to Garland's original castle. This is where we fought Garland. This is actually the final dungeon of the game. You have to go back to it and climb to higher levels. And that's it. So defeat Garland, or not defeat Garland. Go through the Temple of Chaos, which we're not going to do tonight. We'll pick that up next time. But cool. I appreciate all of y'all for swinging by. Loki with the host was very fun. Jamie, thanks for coming and hanging out and chatting. Lizzie as well, my wife as well, and anyone else that just decided to lurk. Cool, I appreciate it. Hopefully everyone enjoyed this particular episode 4, where we had a chance to defeat the water fiends, to help out our topless mermaids. We helped out a fairy who was stuck in a bottle. We found a robot. We can now breathe underwater, which is cool. We also killed Tiamat, who was the wind fiend. And we also learned a new language. Very cool. That's now 2... So we now know 2 languages. That's 1 more than I know. So, yeah. Party's looking good. Let's figure out who we are going to raid. And it actually was never going to be a question on who we were going to raid, because we're going to raid our friend Lolo. Raid Lolo Tough. Cocktail. You're watching both of us. Honestly, I have Lolo's stream on next to me as well. If you ever saw me like lean over a little bit, it's to hit my little treasure chest to get more channel reward points, because I'm gonna have to hit him up with Twitch things one of these days. Just do a surprise slam of that. But yeah, if any of you guys have not catch any of Lolo's streams before, fantastic. He's such a good guy, and it's really fun to listen to him narrate games. Yeah, so we're gonna rate him. Raid. All right. Good night, y'all.